We now turn to the awards portion of the program. We will first recognize tonight's 3 Heroes of Military Medicine Awards recipients. The offices of the Surgeon General of the Army, Navy, and Air Force each submitted multiple nominees for these honors. The Heroes of Military Medicine Advisory Committee then considered all of the outstanding nominations and voted to select one individual from each service to be recognized as that service's Hero of Military Medicine. The honorees will be introduced tonight by their respective services, Surgeons General, or their representative. Dr. Caravallo will present each award. It is now my privilege to introduce you to Lieutenant General Mark A. Ediger, Surgeon General of the U.S. Air Force, who will introduce you to tonight's Air Force Hero of Military Medicine honoree. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Ediger.
Good evening. It is truly my honor to introduce Colonel Bill Nelson tonight. Bill is an orthopedic surgeon and a specialist in aerospace medicine. The latter specialty may not be familiar to you, more widely known as a flight surgeon. Flight surgeons are responsible for the health, safety, and performance of those service members who operate aircraft and conduct missions from aircraft. It is a big responsibility that requires the flight surgeon to fly with the crews and go wherever the mission takes the crew. Bill was a special operations flight surgeon much of his career, which meant the mission took him to some rough places, great distances from a suitable medical care. Over years of experience, including participation in combat operations, Bill became recognized by aircrew and medics alike as an extraordinarily good and tireless flight surgeon. Simply put, he is a flight surgeon's flight surgeon. Bill was seriously injured in a military aircraft mishap. The extended recovery process led him to retire from active duty in 2010 to practice orthopedic surgery in the private sector. As his recovery progressed, Bill raised his hand to leave a comfortable surgical practice and return to active duty. The Secretary of the Air Force brought Bill out of retirement and back to active duty in 2013. This is highly unusual and a testament to Bill's demonstrated commitment and expertise. In the 5 years since his return to active duty, Bill's impact on our support to operational airmen has been nothing short of remarkable, extending across service lines and to allied air forces. He assembled and continues to lead a joint and international consortium of aerospace medicine experts representing each of the nations acquiring the F-35, a new multi-role fighter aircraft. Bill established a successful program known as EPIC to provide physical conditioning, rehabilitative care, and care coordination support to airmen with physically punishing roles, such as pararescue specialists, also known as PJs, that rescue people from insecure environments. These are just examples of the extraordinary work and leadership Bill has applied to as a formerly retired airman who returned to the mission. He continues to apply his commitment to those we serve in new and innovative ways every day. We are indeed fortunate to have Colonel Bill Nelson on our wing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2018 Air Force Hero of Military Medicine, Colonel William E. Nelson.
General Ediger, thank you for your kind remarks. The recognition I am honored to receive this evening is due to the combined effort of the Air Force medical personnel with whom I've had the privilege to serve with, as we've supported the airmen, soldiers, sailors, and Marines who are defending our nation. I also wish to thank the Henry M. Jackson Foundation and the organizations who support it. Although those of us who serve in military medicine are gratified by the lives we've saved, the advances in physical and psychological wound treatment, and the development of new technology that's been deployed from the point of injury all the way through the continuum of care, we know that more research is needed so that we can more rapidly return ill and injured soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines to good health, and also to advance the care we provide to military families. The research that this foundation supports will help us achieve those goals, and therefore, I thank you.
Congratulations, Colonel Nelson. The Deputy Chief, Bureau of Medicine and Surgery, Readiness and Health, Rear Admiral Bruce Gillingham, will now introduce you to tonight's Navy Hero of Military Medicine honoree. Ladies and gentlemen, Rear Admiral Gillingham.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Vice Admiral Forrest Faison, the Navy Surgeon General, it's my privilege and honor to introduce Hospital Corpsman 3rd Class, Fleet Marine Force, Skylar Nesbitt. Petty Officer Nesbitt hails from Syracuse, New York, and enlisted in the Navy in 2012. He's been stationed at Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth, Virginia, and with the 1st Marine Division. On 5 August 2017, near Okinawa, Petty Officer Nesbitt was a passenger on board an MV-22 Osprey that departed the USS Bonhomme Richard and crashed while attempting to land aboard USS Green Bay, resulting in the tragic loss of 3 Marines and injuring several others. Despite sustaining a concussion, he immediately went to the aid of an injured Marine who did not have a flotation device on and was struggling to swim and frankly was losing consciousness. He swiftly swam to the Marine, placed a flotation device on him, and assisted him into a rescue boat. He then rendered outstanding medical care to one of the severely injured pilots by identifying substantial bleeding and splinting his badly broken leg. After arriving aboard USS Green Bay, Petty Officer Nesbitt assisted in patient care, even though he himself had been injured. Although admitted to the ward, he spent the rest of the evening caring for his Marines that were also admitted and remained a source of comfort and strength until the last patient was discharged. Then, as if that were not enough, 2 days after the crash, Petty Officer Nesbitt again demonstrated tremendous poise and presence of mind by rapidly evacuating and performing expert triage for 10 Marines exposed to toxic fumes from a saltwater saturated lithium battery. A true Covenant leader, over the following months, Petty Officer Nesbitt continued to maintain personal contact with each Marine involved in order to ensure their well-being. Reading the award submission prepared by his chain of command, it's clear that Petty Officer Nesbitt has earned their respect and the title Doc, the highest honor the Fleet Marine Force can bestow upon a corpsman. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2018 Navy Hero of Military Medicine, Hospital Corpsman 3rd Class, Skylar Nesbitt.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Good evening. It's an honor to stand before you tonight and accept this humbling award. I'd like to thank Chief Harris and my 3-5 team for nominating me to the Henry M. Jackson Foundation for hosting this event. Theodore Roosevelt once summed up one's duty in life with the phrase, do what you can, with what you got, where you are. On the 5th of August, 2017, during our MV-22 mishap, me and my team found ourselves doing just that. I would like to take this time to remember and to recognize those whose actions played a significant role on that day. Captain Sean Campbell, Staff Sergeant Michael Baldwin, Sergeant Christopher White, Sergeant Alicio Rivas, Corporal Dominic Satchel, and the crew of the USS Green Bay, as well as the Marines of VMM 265. Thank you all.
We will never forget First Lieutenant Benjamin Ross, Corporal Nathaniel Ordway, and Private First Class Ruben Valesco. The 23 lives you helped to save that day on board the USS Green Bay will also never forget what you did that day. Congratulations, HM3 Nesbitt. Please now welcome to the stage Major General Ronald J. Place, Director, National Capital Medical Directorate, representing the Surgeon General of the United States Army, who will say a few words in support of tonight's Army Hero of Military Medicine honoree. Please welcome Major General Place.
Well, thanks, Jennifer, for that really wonderful introduction. And on behalf of Lieutenant General Nadja West, Army Surgeon General, and Commanding General of MedCom, I'm truly honored to award the 2018 Army Hero of Military Medicine Award to Major Andrew David Fisher. Now, Major Fisher currently serves as a battalion physician assistant in 1st Battalion, 141st Infantry Regiment in the Texas National Guard. He also happens to be a second-year medical student at Texas A&M University. Now, Major Fisher's acts of heroism and leadership have resulted in the savings of multiple lives and the enhancing of health of many of his comrades, ultimately leading to the health and benefit of many of his comrades. In addition, he's deployed 8 times to Iraq and Afghanistan and has personally conducted over 500 combat missions and has personally treated over 100 combat casualties. Now, to list all of his accomplishments would take a whole lot longer than I have with you this evening, but I'm going to describe just a few. Major Fisher provides significant community support, even as a medical student, working as the organizer of the Stop the Bleed Day, developing training programs, as well as providing training and instruction in the Fort Hood Medical Simulation Training Center between his own medical school classes. All have been extraordinary for truly hundreds of people. He's been dominant in adapting and refining better methods of hemorrhage control, pain management, and resuscitation efforts from the tactical point of injury to all casualty care. Additionally, he has applied his own personal combat casualty experiences to a nationwide effort of educating medical providers, first responders, law enforcement, and civilians, all with the idea of eliminating the preventable death from trauma. As Dr. Frank Butler would say, he is one of the true medical superstars of our conflicts. When they say that Rangers lead the way, truly, Andy is one of the guys that they're talking about when we say that statement. Now, with all that as background, let me give you a little insight into one particular act of valor that gives us a glimpse into the character, skill, and bravery as a soldier and truly as a medical provider. Now, while combat deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, Major Fisher climbed to an elevated position and without hesitation or regard to his own safety, to provide medical treatment for several of his own critically wounded comrades. While moving to treat those casualties, he not only exposed himself to enemy fire, sustaining his own wounds. Now, refusing medical treatment until the priority casualties were evacuated, he provided clear and concise instructions for the evacuation forces. To him, however, everything was just a team effort. While others may laud him as a hero, he credits those around him and his entire team. Now, I'd like to think that all of us would be able to exhibit that sort of bravery, that sort of courage, that sort of selfless service. When called upon, Major Fisher rose to the occasion and in those moments saved lives. He's a proven leader, a mentor, a researcher, a writer, a contributor to all of medicine in the advancement of operational medicine. His unwavering dedication to increasing the capabilities of combat medics as well as the community he lives in, is an example for every medical officer to emulate. These are the attitudes and actions of a hero and of a soldier, and I'm honored that he's part of the Army Medicine family. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to present to you the 2018 Army Hero of Military Medicine, Major Andrew Fisher.
Thank you, thank you, General Place. Very, very kind words. Probably a little over the top, but yeah, this is such an amazing award. I don't know why I'm here, but it certainly is quite an honor, and I appreciate it. First of all, my wife Danielle. Without her, obviously, nothing is possible. Second, so Lieutenant Colonels John Detro and Amelia Durnistan for recommending me for this prestigious award. Thank you to them. This award kind of represents kind of everything that so many great Rangers have done. And I know I'm in the National Guard, but most of my work has been with the 75th Ranger Regiment. So really kind of goes out to everything they've done and everything that they've helped me accomplish, especially Lieutenant Colonel Ethan Miles, a very good friend, mentor, and was my previous boss. I've been kind of lucky over the years to have a lot of great mentors along the way. Just name a few: Harold Montgomery, Ted Redmond, Mike Sapansky, Kurt Conklin, Stacy Shackelford, John Holcomb, Russ Cotwall, Scott Gilpatrick, Andre Kapp, Frank Butler, and Jeff Bailey, who was also an award winner here. So, and I see people like Todd Rasmussen in the audience and people like Art Kellerman in the audience. It's fantastic that so many great people that I've ran across throughout my career. So thank you so much. This is much bigger than me. I hope to continue my efforts once I complete medical school and kind of help support along the way the fantastic physicians, PAs, and medics that kind of help me. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Major Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Sandra Guerra, Chief Medical Officer of Humana Military.
Good evening. On behalf of Humana Military, we are tremendously honored to be a part of this wonderful evening. Humana Military has the honor to be able to be serving as a managed care support contractor for the East region for our TRICARE beneficiaries. Every day we are in awe of the work that is done within the military health system environment, and tonight is no exception of that. Learning all the stories that we have this evening and will continue to about the wonderful, brave men and women who also are healthcare practitioners, who are also physicians and nurses, and all the spectrum of what it takes to provide the level of care for these families every single day is something that we in Humana Military honor and want to emulate. We know that the technology that is developed within the military health system is one that we continue to see grow robustly throughout the rest of industry and honestly throughout the rest of the world. We thank you for the lives that you save. We thank you for putting your own life on the line for all of us. We thank you, and from Humana Military, we honor you.
Thank you, Dr. Guerra. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now break for dinner. When we return, we will honor more extraordinary individuals. Please enjoy your meals.